talk about European economy, the first thing that comes to mind is the heart of European economy, the European Union. It all started out in 1951 when the European Coal and Steel Community was established primarily to prevent further war and to bind Europe. It was established through the Treaty of Paris and was ratified by 6 countries. The ECSC is also the foundation of the current European single market. It then evolved to the European Economic Community in 1957, where the common market expanded to more goods. It was established through the 1957 Treaty of Rome, where customs duties were reduced and the customs union was established. And finally, in 1992, the EU was formally established through the Treaty of Maastricht, where the single currency was proposed, as well as common foreign and security policies for all members of the Union. Economic integration is a process in the state of affairs that have measures designed to abolish discrimination between economies. There are 6 stages to economic integration. First is the ad hoc cooperation or the preferential trade area. Second is the free trade agreement. Third is a customs union. Fourth is the common market. Fifth, a partial integration. And lastly, the full integration. The EU is a partial integration wherein key policy areas are in coordination, such as their monetary and fiscal policies, labor market, and regional development. The EU goes beyond intergovernmentalism and has adopted the notion that they are above the state, that they are supranational. But remember, the EU is not a superstate. However, it is a hybrid political system that consists of intergovernmental, supranational, and subnational components. Now let's take a look at the institutions under the EU. It has 3 branches: the executive, legislative, and judicial branch. Under the executive are the European Council and the European Commission. For legislative, we have the Council of Ministers and the European Parliament. The Council of Ministers should not be confused with the European Council, as they are from different branches. And lastly, under the judicial branch are the European Court of Justice and the General Court. The Eurozone is a monetary union of 19 EU states that have adopted the euro as their currency. The use of the euro makes the exchange of trade easier because the exchange rates are no longer a factor. But a downside to the euro is that the whole monetary policy is the same for all countries in the Eurozone, and decisions of the European Central Bank, who manages it, can be good for some countries but could not work for others. Even though the idea of having a single currency sounds very promising and inviting, problems and crises are still inevitable. The creation of the euro aimed for a more prosperous Europe, but the problem is the economies of the member states are not all equal. For example, the economy of Germany is notably higher than the economy of Greece. So when the euro was created, the Greeks, though their economic performance wasn't that good, got the chance to buy imported goods since the value of their currency increased drastically. Because of this, the EU had to step up and take drastic measures to save the countries that spent more than they should have. The EU had to impose strict austerity measures, such as payments with interest, encourage people to be thrifty, cut spending, and ensure efficient tax collecting. Ever since the colonial era, migration has already been an issue because of the slave trade. With the establishment of the Schengen Agreement and the EU making the movement of people easier, migration to other EU countries is more possible. Because of this, the flow of labor, goods, and services was made easier, therefore boosting the economy of most EU states. And that was not the case in the UK, as migration was one of their main arguments for their wanting to leave the EU, thus the Brexit happening. Which leads us to think, will the EU remain as a supranational institution despite these events? Or will it form a deeper relationship between member states?